Namaste everyone. In this video, we are taking a look at an APT part program for obtaining this cross section through milling. So every part program begins by definitions of geometry. First, we have to define a set of points which we will then use to define other geometric objects like circles or lines or planes. So let's go ahead and define the points. The first point is P0, which will be used as the initial position for the tool. Next, P1, and then P2, and P3, P4, and P5. You can see all the coordinates are mentioned here as the X coordinate, Y coordinate, and the Z coordinate. Next, we'll be using the point P2 as the center to create a circle C1, which is having a radius of 20. So let's go ahead to create the circle, center point being P2, circle radius being 20. Next, we have to create another circle C2, which is having point P3 as center and radius 20. Next, we will start defining the lines. So the first line here is using P5 point and it is tangent to the circle C1. Now from P5 to C1, there are two tangents possible, one being on this side, the other being here. So in the program, we have been told to use the left side of the tangent. So when you are watching from P5, this is the right side tangent, this is the left side tangent. We have been clearly told to use the left side, so we don't have to use this. So this will not be defined. Next line is L2. That one is using P4 point as one of the points, and it is tangent to circle C1 once again. Once again, you can see from P4, there are two possible tangents for the circle C1. And here, we have been told to use the right side of the tangent. When you are watching from P4, this one becomes left side tangent and this one is the right side. So this will not be defined, and this is the one which is getting defined over here. Now L3, the line L3 is getting defined from P4 and it is tangent to C2. Once again, there are two tangents possible, and here we have been told to use the left side of the tangent. When you're watching from P4, this one is the left side, so this is not defined. Then coming to L4, that is from P5, and once again we have been told to use the right side of the tangent. The left side I have not created here. Lastly, a plane has been defined, the name of the plane being PL1. It's a plane and it passes through 3 points, P1, P4 and P5. After this, we are giving a series of commands to start to prepare the machine for cutting. You can clearly see, first we have the part number, then inside tolerance 0.001 mm, outside tolerance 0.001 mm, cutter diameter being 12 mm, spindle speed being 900 rpm, feed rate being 7.5 mm per minute, and coolant should be turned on. So now that the geometry has been defined and the machine has been readied, it will start executing the motion commands. It can be noted here at this point that when we have defined the lines were not defined as line segments, but they were defined as infinite lines which didn't have any endpoints. Now the motion of the tool, while the tool moves, it will be using these infinite lines as reference points for the path of the tool. Now let us focus on how the tool is going to move based on these commands. First, the motion is going to begin from the point P0. That means the tool will be at this point at the beginning of program. Now it has to rapidly move to the L2 point. And all its motion will be occurring in this plane PL1, and from L2 it is going to slowly move to L1. Next, the tool has been told to move to P1. So what will happen here is that the tool will move such that this point here comes in contact with P1. Now it has to go right side. So now the tool has to move right side past L4. So L4 is the line which is here. So it has to cross the line L4 and go on the other side of it. So the tool is going to move straight like this in this path, and it's going to cross the line L4 reaching on the other side of it. Next, it's going to move on L4 by turning left side. So the previous motion was on the right side, and from this direction it has to take a left side turn and move such that it is in contact with the line L4 and till it is touching the circle C2. So it will begin moving from here and it will move to this particular point. So now we have this and this surface available for us. It's been machined. You can see I have turned whatever surface has been machined as dark for your convenience. Now the tool was moving upwards and it has to continue moving upwards but along the circle till it crosses the line number 3. So that you can see the command here. The command is go forward along C2 and till it reaches past, that means till it passes the line L3. So our tool here will move such that it maintains its path along the circle and it will stop when the circle allows the tool to move beyond L3, that is past L3. So the machine surface will be appearing like this. After this, next command, you can see it has to move forward. That means now it's moving left side. So it should continue moving in the same direction till it passes the line L2. So now this tool is going to move in a straight line here, keeping in contact with L3 and till it crosses the line L2. So at the end of this motion, this is how the surface is going to look like. Next, it has to move keeping in touch with L2 till it comes and touches the circle C1. So the command for it has been given here. So now he has to take a left turn. It was moving towards the left side and it has to take a left turn to move downwards. It has to maintain contact with the line L2 and it has to reach a point when it is tangent to the circle C1. So the tool is going to move like this, maintaining contact with L2 till it comes and touches the circle C1. So the path that we get here will be like this. Yeah. Now in the previous motion it was moving downwards, and to travel on this circular path it has to continue moving downwards itself. So you can see the command has been given as go forward along the circle C1 till it goes past L1. So it has to cross L1 and it should keep in touch with the C1. So the tool is going to move on a circular path like this, and it will move till it comes and touches the circle, not only the circle, but till it goes past the line L1. So at the end of this, the surface that is left with us is this. So you can see we had started out with the point P1. We had actually got a straight surface over here, but at the end when it came from L2 past this, we got a circular shape. Now since the whole profile has been completed, the tool is made to move back to its initial point, that is P0. And that's where the program ends. We should turn off the coolant, we should turn off the spindle, and we have to give this finish and end commands. So that's how the APT part program gets executed. Thank you for watching this, and for more such tutorials you can subscribe to our channel. Thank you.